Hello, hello, and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. How are you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. So this is going to be a love reading for my wonderful Sagittariuses. My Saggies, this is the Sagittarius in Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus. This is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate with every Sagittarius out there, but I do hope that you find it useful, it does resonate for you, and find it helpful or at least enjoyable. And this is a timeless message, so it's for whenever you come across it. Okay, I'm going to start with getting some general messages regarding love for you Sagittarius, what is in the energy that we need to know, what's coming towards you perhaps, or what's going on, and then we'll go into a spread about you and the person on your mind whilst watching the video. 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Let's carry on. So, going to get some messages for my Sagittarius, please, regarding love for my Saggies. Well, straight away. What else for Sagittarius, please? Okay. All right. For Saggy. One more. One more for Sagittarius, please. Or two more. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised to see that card. So Saggy, we have the 10 of Wands, 5 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the 2 of Cups as well. At the bottom of the deck we have the 6 of Wands. So I mean, for me it looks like there's a situation here which someone feels at this point that it is possibly over. It's something that they might need to give up on. Someone may feel like they are giving up, that they're defeated when it comes to the situation. Now, it could be something mainly to do with the communication may have come to a halt, or there may have been some harsh words spoken here that has really hurt the other person, or something to do with maybe someone is withholding communication from the other person. And I feel like someone tried very hard to make a situation work, or has been trying very hard, but they feel like they were on their own in doing so. This was like they were the only ones really investing in trying to make this situation move forward, to have success in this situation. And it kind of feels with this Knight of Pentacles energy like the other person just wasn't willing to actually move forward for whatever reason. Because of that, we have this Queen of Swords energy, which is air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but essentially it is that energy of having, well, being frustrated, having reached a limit in terms of someone's patience, and now kind of feeling far more cold or blunt towards the situation, prepared to maybe cut someone out of their life, because it's almost like someone, with the 2 of Cups here, both people felt like there was a strong connection between the two of you. And it's almost like, but if this is such a strong connection, why am I the only one trying to make this work? Or why, if it's such a strong connection, why are you not speaking to me? And it's kind of got to the point, I feel like someone's run out of patience, and they are they want to focus on something in their life which they can invest their efforts into, where they will get victory and success. Because it feels like in this situation, it's got to a point where it feels pointless almost, or that they've tried and tried and it's got them nowhere, and the offer is still not, some sort of offer is still not coming. Maybe someone has been withholding maybe commitment or investing into the connection in a solid way. So let's see, let's get some clarification. Why is the 10 of Wands here for Sagittarius, please? Why the 10 of Wands? Thank you. 9 of Swords. Yeah, I mean, it's caused, and we have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So it's, someone is feeling like basically dropping a situation which has caused them a lot of stress. If you look at the 5 of Swords and the 9 of Swords, you see how this character on the 5 of Swords has her head in her hands, very upset, very concerned, whilst this other character in the background is holding withholding communication or has said something very harsh and very cutting to hurt the other person, whether it's withholding communication or what they've said. Either way, it's caused this person to be extremely upset and devastated almost by what's going on. In this Nine of Swords card, we have another character with head in his hands, with all of this stress and worry hanging over them. And it could be to do with it, maybe the decision to even let this go or not, or maybe to keep working at it. It could be a Sagittarius here who has been torn. Maybe there have been things that have been making you feel like you should let this go, but at the same time, on the flip side, you just feel like that would be a mistake, or you can't imagine letting this go. There's a lot of concern and worry, and all of this, I feel like that's what I'm talking about with the frustration, the build-up, is to the point of like, well, even if this is a soulmate, how it's been going so far, this isn't what I want, this isn't what I deserve to be treated like this. Now, we have this Queen of Pentacles energy, which is Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, but it's also someone who is very nurturing, can be a committed partner who's very nurturing. So if this is someone that you've been in a commitment with, then it's almost like, as I said, maybe Sagittarius, someone has been putting a lot more work and effort into trying to make this situation work, to make everything as comfortable as possible for the other person. I definitely sense an imbalance here. Why is the Five of Swords here, please? Or it's also a sense of maybe the person that you've been dealing with is really bad at communicating. And I mean kind of if there is something that the two of you need to work out, they clam up and they go silent, they hold back, they withhold their communication almost like a power move. So the Death card just fell out, and I was asking to clarify the Five of Swords. So, and the bottom of the deck is the Three of Pentacles. So, I mean, the Death card of Scorpio, it can be about finding something out, which is shocking, which changes someone's whole perception of the other person. It could just have been seeing a different side of this person, Sagittarius. Maybe if they did say something very cruel or harsh, or if a really harsh argument happened, it was seeing a different side of them, which has maybe changed your perspective on the whole situation. There's also here, though, I think there's a great concern that the fact that someone's not willing to speak or communicate is giving this great anxiety and worry. Well, then is this over? Because there's no collaboration or ability to compromise or work together to fix a problem. It's kind of what I'm getting. Give me one more on the Death card and the Five of Swords, please. Thank you. Justice. Wow. And the Magician at the bottom of the deck. So Libra energy with the Justice card, but Justice and Death, I mean, Justice, interestingly, because I think I said that it felt like there was an imbalance in this situation in terms of how much effort at least one person was putting into it, and the other person was, the situation was unbalanced. The Justice card comes in to restore balance, but it can be in a very cold way, is kind of what I'm getting. It's almost like someone wanted things to go in their favor at any cost. Could also be finding out about something like a legal matter or situation that, or you might be finding out about this, but you haven't yet, and that is actually what they've been withholding as to why they couldn't actually come forward with some sort of solid investment, because they were still going through an ending which involved some legal matter. That's not going to be for all of you. But I feel like otherwise it's just that a situation is ending, but it is ending because it was not a fair situation for, certainly for one party here. It could be you, Sagittarius. But there is, this ending is obviously, it's like you can't see that this is actually going to be for your benefit whilst it's happening, because it's very stressful. You're very worried that you're not going to be able to make something work with someone. But let's see, why is this Knight of Pentacles here, please, for Sagittarius? Yeah, the Eight of Swords and the Hanged Man. Exactly what I was saying. So much stress and worry and getting caught up in your head, and because nothing has been happening, someone hasn't been coming forward with some sort of offer, with investment into the situation. And with this Hanged Man energy, they've kept you possibly stuck, possibly, you know, you haven't been moving forward to achieve maybe your potential because you have been just caught up thinking about this person or waiting for this offer to arrive, and it hasn't. I feel like the situation is about to transform, but it's because what's been going on hasn't been fair to you, essentially. And I also get the sense that for this person who you've been waiting maybe to come to actually make some sort of solid offer, there's been something that they felt like that they has been standing in their way, like they couldn't make this offer, which has been why. So can we find out anything about the Eight of Swords, please? What is the Eight of Swords? Thank you. The Ace of Swords. That's interesting, because that could be revealing some sort of truth, but they haven't wanted to actually let you know what the real reason was. So it's something that I feel like you don't possibly know, or you haven't known, was the reason that this person wasn't making this offer to you. They may have kept it hidden, and because they felt like if you found this out, you wouldn't want to have, you know, to build things with them. You wouldn't want to actually receive their offer if you knew this truth. So they hid that, but that just caused you a lot of stress and worry. It's like, why are they not actually making a move? Why is this Queen of Swords here, please, for Sagittarius? Judgment. Judgment is an energy of, it's almost like Judgment Day, like the time has come. It's either do something or this is done. I think that's especially with this Queen of Swords energy, who's really, in this deck especially, she's had enough. She's at her limit, I think, as I said earlier, and she's ready to cut someone out of her life here. And it's almost like a make it or break it moment. Maybe this other person doesn't know, but it's almost like you, Sagittarius, might have decided this for yourself. Either they show up properly now, or it's too late. Even if they show up in 3 weeks, I'm sorry, I'm calling time on this. It's kind of what I'm getting. It could also be that if this has already come to pass, we've already given up on a situation. If someone now is wanting to actually come back into your life and maybe tell you the reason, like maybe they feel like they treated you unfairly in the past by disappearing, by ghosting, or, you know, pushing you away or withholding communication, they may be turning back up now to express the truth to you, to reveal things, to transform the situation. But I feel like you might be meeting them with quite a cold exterior, let's just say. And why is the Two of Cups here, please, for Sagittarius? Wow, okay. 3 cards. The Six of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Eight of Wands, and the World at the bottom of the deck. Wow. So, I mean, this is someone potentially who's showing back up. It's kind of what I just said, showing back up because they want now to give to this situation. They have deep regret and remorse for how things went. Maybe they could have been involved. There could have been a third party situation which you didn't know about, which they weren't telling you about, which was the reason that they weren't communicating. And now they want to talk to you. They want to tell you things with this Eight of Wands. I say that with the third party, that could be It doesn't just have to be another romantic party. It could be friends. It could be family. It's just another situation when they say the third party. But something here where they got caught up in it, and as a result, they neglected what was a beautiful connection. And I think they also, as I said, they had fears to do with revealing themselves to you completely. It's almost like they felt it was safer to keep things hidden. Well, they kind of played that gamble to try and hide things from you to see if you would just be there when they were ready, if you like. But yeah, Six of Pentacles and Eight of Wands. This is someone who definitely wants to speak to you, Sagittarius. They want to give their effort and attention to a situation. Why the Five of Cups here, please? Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, look at that. The High Priestess, the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I was just saying that they felt it best to keep something hidden from you. And that High Priestess is about secrets, about things that they keep very close to their vest, that they... I was really drawn, interestingly, to the Moon on this Five of Cups card, and kind of keeping things in the shadows. And of course, the High Priestess is associated with the Moon as well. But funnily enough, on this deck, obviously the High Priestess is a crescent moon, and on this Five of Cups, we see the full moon. So it's almost like things have come to a culmination now, with which the full moon signifies. And it also, the full moon illuminates much more than a crescent moon. So I feel like this person wants to tell you about things that they have previously kept hidden, and they chose to withhold communication from you rather than open up and tell you what was really going on. It could have been about a third party, especially with that Queen of Wands energy, but that is also you, Saggy, fire energy. Give me one more on the Queen of Swords, please, before we go into the spread. Why the Queen of Swords, sorry. Thank you. The Moon, I mean, it's just, yeah, and the Nine of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's just repeating. It's funny, I was just talking about the Moon on the Five of Cups, and here is an even bigger version. So I feel like this person is going to show up into your life after basically something that you gave up on because it was causing you nothing but worry and upset, and they want to show back up to kind of almost for you to know the truth, the full story, maybe to tell you exactly what was going on in terms of their feelings for you as well. I feel like there was conflict and with other people going on that you didn't know about, and I feel like also this person may try and approach you in a way, approach you as almost like a friend first, maybe try and rebuild a friendship with you first, but their end goal is because, not end goal, but their long-term goal is to, you know, because they have feelings for you romantically. But I feel like this person might show back up into your life wanting to come clean, and also maybe start to build a friendship with you as a starting point. But let's see. Ooh. I'm just going to go into the spread now, and we'll get some more information for you. So in the spread, I'm going to be asking 6 questions about you and the person you have on your mind. I will be saying, this is how you feel, this is how they feel. If it resonates more the other way around for you, that's no problem. Just flip it. It's absolutely fine. So can I get the top 6 cards for Sagittarius, please? Top 6 for Saggy. All right. Wow, we've got 3 knights, Sagittarius. Yeah, out of 6 cards. Okay. At the bottom of this deck, we have the 4 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. Wow. So essentially it seems that someone is extremely disappointed. I just showed you the Five of Cups from the first deck. So again, it's here from a different deck. Someone is extremely disappointed in where they have been like left, I want to say, by their dealings with this other situation. It's almost like they put their efforts or focus into, or were distracted by, a situation which has come to its conclusion, and they've been left with, they feel like, nothing. They're very disappointed about where things now stand with you. Like, they almost might feel like the connection with you is lost to the past. They're extremely, I mean, this is still going through a healing phase of something ending in their life, but they're not positive. They're not in a positive place at this time with this ending. They're still pretty shaken up by it, pretty upset by it. I feel like one way this ending has released them to have some sort of new beginning, a new chapter in their life, yes, but from the fact that they were never completely clear about things in previously with you, Sagittarius, I want to say, that now they almost feel like it's hopeless, or that they are defeated when it comes to trying to salvage the connection between the two of you. So they're maybe still quiet at this time, or they recently have been quiet, and they are trying to recover from an ending, but they're in a very negative headspace is kind of what I'm getting. At the bottom of the deck, the Seven of Wands, yeah, Nine of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. So, Saggy, the Seven of Wands talks about it can be a defensive energy of trying to keep others away, pushing people away, but it can also be trying to fight for something, or to kind of keep others away from a prize almost. So it might be a sense here that someone doesn't want anyone else to have you, Sagittarius, if they see you as this Nine of Pentacles energy, very independent, very stable. You have your own hobbies, you've got your shit together, basically, you've got your money in order, you've got a good career, you have, or however that applies to you, but you are an independent, not codependent, and kind of well-rounded kind of personality, and as someone extremely admirable, an absolute catch, basically. And the thing is that it's almost like they might be tempted to rush back towards you to communicate, maybe to tell you the truth, now that they've kind of, everything's fallen apart for where they were completely. But it's also an element because now they are actually single and free to pursue and express their emotions to you. They don't want anyone else having you. So it's a little bit of haste here, but I'm not sure if this person is completely healed from whatever is actually truly has now ended on their side, if you see what I mean. So let me get the next layer for the spread. So can we clarify the spread, please, for Sagittarius with the top 6 cards? Saggy, can we clarify the spread, please? All right. Okay, wow. It's the Knight of Pentacles for a second time, and the Knight of Swords for a second time. Yeah, okay. So at the bottom of this deck, we've got the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Wands again. Yeah, and just slightly underneath that, we've got the King of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, the Tower. I mean, again, this is a repeat of this person is trying to rebalance themselves, Saggy. trying to regain their equilibrium. They have walked away from a situation which has come to a crashing ending with the 10 of Swords and 10 of Wands almost next to each other, and in between it is the King of Pentacles, which is earth energy again, but it's also the king of stability, of a long-term commitment to something. Now that doesn't have to be a person. This could be someone who's suffered some sort of horrendous ending in their career, or their or not necessarily, you know, in the career, but just in a workplace, or they've gone through something extremely stressful where they're like the fabric of what they rely on day to day, and that makes them feel secure and comfortable has been completely just ripped away, and they are trying to pull themselves back together as a result of this ending, to also detach emotionally from this as a result of this ending. The other thing about this Eight of Cups card is in this deck, this person has already walked away. I don't know if you can see on my camera, has walked away. Hence you can see their footsteps in the snow. And now they're returning to something that they thought that they were better off leaving, if that makes sense. So it's sometimes it depends what are the energy I'm getting from the card, how I read this, but it can go both ways. Obviously this person has completed some sort of a cycle, but in a very stressful way recently, and they are having to like leave that behind them, but they're also now, I almost get this sense that this person is in a kind of limbo between you and the ending that has happened in their life, whatever that was. The visual I get is of someone, if you're point A and what they've been just has ended in their life as point B, is someone walking away from point B towards you, and then they get halfway and they kind of turn around a bit, but they never go all the way back to point B. They never go all the way to you at point A. It's just someone who keeps trudging back and forth between the two in the middle. That's what I mean about being in that kind of limbo. And that it's almost like they need, because they're in a very unbalanced, emotionally unbalanced place at the moment as a result of this disturbance in their day-to-day life, if you like. Everything's been thrown up in the air. They're still trying to find their balance again, and as a result they're just very confused but also a bit lost. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Hermit, Virgo energy, we've got the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Yeah, so what we have here is someone who, with this Hermit energy, is potentially feeling quite alone at this time, feeling like they're going through some sort of difficult lesson that they're learning, but also feeling like they need to close themselves off from the outside world to learn this lesson, to complete this transformation. It's almost like they don't really want to see people right now, and they're reflecting also on everything that they had invested and where they'd made their investments in the past. It's also an energy here of someone thinking about where they had put their effort and investment into a situation where they shouldn't have done, and what was potentially could have been fantastic that they didn't invest in. It's someone who's really reflecting, but almost in a judgmental way on themselves, because now they feel like they have an opportunity for a new beginning here. You know, every ending is an opportunity for a new beginning in one way or another. So this person is almost reflecting a lot and doing a lot of inner soul searching, because they almost feel like, well, yes, now I have this chance for a new beginning, but I've made really bad choices in the past about where I've put all my effort in, and I've wasted time is kind of what I'm getting. Wasted time and effort and energy and money, and so maybe I really need to have a good think before I have the new beginning again this time. So let me get the last layer and then we'll go through the spread after that. So can I get to clarify the spread one more time for Sagittarius, please? With the top 6 cards. This is the mini version of the same deck, so we'll see if there are any duplicates. and it's tiny and my hands are big, so it's really awkward to shuffle, so bear with me. And if this is resonating in some way, please do comment and let me know. Please hit the like button for me. It just takes a second. It means the world to me. It helps other people see my channel and see these videos, which is the main thing really. And if it's not resonating at all, of course, no worries. You can always check out your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising or Venus are often the most useful. Okay, so I need like a tiny handed person to come and shuffle this one for me. Only my dog had opposable thumbs. Okay, I'm gonna get the top 6 cards, please. All right. Wow, okay. Well, at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ace of Cups, the 4 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. There's a lot of passion here, for sure. There's a lot of excitement, maybe bubbling up. Maybe you feel the excitement if you feel like this person is actually free now and liberated from some sort of situation because of an ending. You could feel, because I'm saying this because you have the 4 of Wands from the big version of the deck and how you feel about them right here. So it's here again. So it could be that you're feeling very excited, very like we can celebrate, because the 3 of Cups and the 4 of Wands is generally, it's cause for celebration. It's coming back together. It's party energy, and it's this feeling of enjoying each other's company, having some drinks, you know, partying well into the night, you know, going around someone's house. I don't know, there's definitely celebration energy here, and it's the celebration of a new beginning in love. Now, it doesn't have to literally mean, you know, having a party at somebody's house. It's just that there is an energy of excitement here and of passion to be able to, you know, go after your desires. And let's see, at the bottom of the deck, the Page of Cups, the Hierophant, and the 2 of Swords. So, I mean, essentially this would say that it's almost like with the Hierophant suggests like a spiritual wisdom again, and it can be something that, again, that you commit yourself to, that's something that's long-term, traditional, that there are kind of, it's almost like someone's core values is what I'm getting from this Hierophant card. And with the Page of Cups, this is someone wanting to maybe apologize or express that they do have feelings, that they do care, is kind of what I'm getting. Someone may want to express that they do care about you, Sagittarius, but the fact that there was something where they had committed to, and their kind of morals, I want to get on a moral code, if you like, meant that they could not, it's like the choice was out of their hands, even if it was very painful in that matter, that they didn't have the choice to walk away from something because they had committed to it. It's kind of what I'm getting. And I understand that, you know, what we saw at the beginning was a lot of pain caused by, you know, how someone had been potentially treating you, you know, with withholding communication. You could be like, well, where's their moral code then? But it's kind of like, I get the sense that someone wants to open up and express that it wasn't their choice to make because of the, almost like the vows that they had made to, and that doesn't have to be marriage, but even just the promises they had made, maybe even a contract that they were in, if it was a business situation. So let's go into the spread. How do you feel about this person, Saggy? We've got the Knight of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the King of Cups. So, I mean, this, in terms of how you feel, is very passionate, a lot of emotion bubbling up with that King of Cups energy. This is not emotion that you've necessarily been able to express or has been expressed, but it's deeply felt. And the Knight of Wands is something, you know, your desire that you want to go after, like a passionate, you want to passionately move towards this situation. Now, again, I say this because in the middle of this, we have this Four of Wands, which I just described, this energy of joy and celebration and union. So for you, I'm kind of getting that you feel like you want to rush towards this person. You want to express maybe feelings that you haven't expressed before. Maybe you want to rip their clothes off is kind of what I'm getting as well, Saggy. And you feel like there is the potential for something beautiful and long-term if, you know, basically the emotion and the passion starts flowing. You could also feel like the flip I was just going to say with that Four of Wands is that if you felt like this person was tied into something traditional and committed, but that they overrode, that was overridden by their attraction for you in the past as well. However, that Knight of Wands we know can be inconsistent and, what's the word? You know, they can be all in 1 minute and then disappear the next. So you may feel like this person, I mean, generally, I might say that you would feel like this person is a little bit unreliable when it comes to whether you can trust their emotion and the passion that they show you. However, I'm not getting any energy from you, and this could be the other way around, remember, but from this person here, that they feel kind of like that this person's deception, that they have, you know, caused them unforgivable heartbreak, for example. No, it's more like this person feels like they want to rush towards the other person, finally be able to, all their emotion and their passion come rushing out of them, and finally they can be together and celebrate this. So let's move over to your person, I'm going to say for now, Saggy, how they feel about you. We've got the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. So this is someone who feels, I mean, first of all, the Three of Swords, a lot of pain, heartache. I'm almost getting longing as well from that Three of Swords. The Five of Swords is a card of someone, especially in this deck, we already saw it right at the beginning, but in this deck, it's almost someone drawing a line that will not be crossed. And that's it, kind of thing. And then we have the King of Pentacles, that earth energy again, which we saw in the bigger version of the deck, which I said is someone who is a committed partner, or someone who has committed to something, who's very traditional, loyal, all about their stability, or to some extent quite a lot about their pentacles, about their money and the business. So it's like they feel like they may have been the one to, you know, cut off communication with you, to draw a line that they said to themselves, I will not cross. But as a result, they have felt nothing but heartbreak ever since. So, and they still continue to feel sadness, but it's almost like a stoic, well, this is what I had to do because of my responsibilities, but it still hurts like hell. Now, how they see you, Saggy, we've got the Six of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. So, I mean, for a start with the Six of Swords, I mean, bearing in mind, we just saw, you know, obviously the Five of Swords has happened in the past for you guys, but it's like they see that as a result of that, you know, Five progressing to the Six as a result of them cutting communication off with you, causing you a lot of hurt, causing themselves a lot of hurt. They see you as putting things that you had maybe wanted to tell them, or just your communication to them, putting that to one side and moving on, and almost like leaving this in your past. They see that they had the opportunity maybe to make something happen with that Knight of Pentacles, and instead they sat on their hands and they did nothing. That they put you out in the cold with this Five of Pentacles, and it's almost like they see that they would understand if you had already moved on from this, left this in your past, that because they took too long to do anything. As we said, what I was saying about the Knight of Pentacles at the very beginning, This offer from them to you never turned up. So they are aware of that, and they see that now the two of you are in a almost like strangers to each other, each, you know, doing your thing, but there is no your only what's the word? The only thing that bonds you at the moment is the fact that you are both alone, maybe, and both you've gone through some sort of suffering as a result of the challenges that in this situation that have happened so far. Like, that's the only thing that unites you, is the challenge that that you've both faced from this situation, which is not ideal. Do you know what I mean? You want things that unite you, like, you know, your love, your everlasting desire, you know, for each other, your the way you speak to each other, and your amazing conversations. One second, Baxter, stop licking the cushion, please. Hey, sorry. No, it didn't work. He's still licking it. Okay, sorry. So yeah, that's how they see you. So their current situation, Saggy, we have the Knight of Pentacles again, the Knight of Swords, and the Moon card. So the Knight of Pentacles, again, I was just talking about it because it's how they see you as well, is still that energy of standing still in terms of making some sort of solid offer. The Knight of Swords in their current situation tells me that they are looking at things from a different perspective. They're looking at maybe things that they had previously cast some sort of judgment over. They're looking at that from a different angle. It also tells me that they are like tempted to rush in and make a decision or make an offer very impulsively, or as I was kind of trying to say with the fact that, you know, where they're at in their healing process from an ending they've recently suffered, it's almost like they're tempted to rush moving forward. But it's almost like they are still the Knight of Pentacles. They could be dealing with an earth sign, because I do see that they are very much about their stability, and they're very grounded. They can be a little bit hesitant about making moves, but it's almost like because they're in an unbalanced place right now, because of what they've gone through, that they're tempted to rush. And with the Moon card here, this is almost like a fantasizing or imagining, dreaming about what could be, but also maybe what could be going on that they don't know about, maybe you with somebody else. And it's almost like they don't know who this other person that they're imagining you with is. They don't know that it's a tangible person. It's not like they've seen a picture of you with somebody else and been like, oh my God, Sagittarius is with so-and-so. No, it's like the mysterious man or woman that they are imagining you with. They have no idea who that person is, but they're just imagining you with being with someone else. And it's almost like that is causing them to be like, oh shit, well, I'm single now, I need to go after Sagittarius immediately. But I have to say, they're true. If they were in a balanced, grounded, solid place, if they were feeling like that, they would be going slower, because that's their true nature. And that why I'm saying that is because you have to be careful. For someone where their true nature is to take things slowly and pragmatically, suddenly out of panic and out of an unbalanced place they rush forward, then they're more likely to rush back out again, because they may feel very uncomfortable. Now, the action that they are most likely going to take towards you next, Saggy, we've got the Knight of Swords again. You see how it flows, like Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and then Knight of Swords. Anyway, so action most likely going to take Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands, Page of Swords. Now, we do have your energy here with that Queen of Wands. That is fire, Saggy. So this may well be representing you here in terms of them rushing forward. As I said, that they are very tempted to do, maybe because now they feel like they've made potentially mistakes in the past about where they've invested. They don't want anyone else to have you. So in which case you may get communication from this person out of the blue, of them rushing forward to say something to you, You might find something out with that Page of Swords. But it's almost, aside from the fact that this could be representing you and they want to charge towards you because they find you extremely magnetically attractive, and also they don't want anyone else to have you. The other thing I'm kind of getting is that this person may rush towards you to communicate out of the blue, but it's might be like a communication that is, if you read it, or if say if it was a message or on your phone, if you read it, it might even come across as a little bit arrogant or a little bit immature, or is something, it's not really completely thought through. It's just that they are a little bit, it's almost like in a desperate way, they need to speak to you, but they also don't want to. This is not an opening up, being emotional. This is not, this is someone coming out of the blue, but still having a sense of pretense around them, or a little bit of keeping up appearances when they suddenly appear out of the blue to talk to you again, is kind of what I'm getting. I also don't see necessarily an element of, even though it's the Knight of Swords, and I said they might be coming to tell you something, but I see more this is because they're rushing and they're going to come in out of bloody nowhere. But I don't really see that they're telling you the full story here, because the Page of Swords is also representing holding back some information and kind of seeing how it goes to come in this style, and then we'll take it from there. So this person is kind of hedging their bets a little bit, or a lot actually hedging their bets, but they're rushing with a little bit of desperation to get there before anyone else does. And what's going to be happening between you and this person in the near future, so I would say like the next month, next 30 days from when you watch this video, Saggy, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, and the Hermit card. So I mean, if any of you are like used to tarot by this point, you might know that we've got basically waiting going on here. This is, but I have to say, from what we've seen, I think this person needs more time, because we saw the Hermit in the big version at the bottom of the deck. They are going to be in this Hermit mode. It's almost like a butterfly, you know, going into its, or the caterpillar even, the butterfly doesn't go into the cocoon, but the caterpillar going into the cocoon to emerge as a butterfly. Your person is still in the caterpillar retreating into its cocoon kind of phase for the next month. And I feel like they need to decide if they are properly in to invest in this with you once and for all. And they feel like their gut is telling them that they need to wait, to give it some time. I think this could also be you as well, being like, if you've just ended something, then let's see if this, you know, obviously there's seeds that have been planted between the two of us in the past. You know, now you need to go through some time on your own, some healing, some soul searching. Let's see whether, given some more time down the road, will this investment that we had in the connection, will it then blossom in the future? But it's essentially in the next month, it's an energy of giving each other space and giving this person time, and maybe waiting to see what happens. But I don't obviously put your life on hold, because also I don't think it's consciously, like maliciously, what they're doing, but I feel like this person is, now that what they had invested in is blown up in their face, they're a bit freaked out that they're also that you might now be snapped up by somebody else. So when I say that they might be desperately rushing in, almost to put like a bit of a holding place card on you, I say that not like I'm calling them an awful person, because I think that could be subconsciously, unconsciously even, that they're doing that. But don't put your life on hold. It's a time for you to wait and see what happens with this person. And it's a time for them to wait and see if they are actually going to invest properly in this or not. Let me get a little bit more for you. Any advice for Saggy? Queen of Swords. yeah, Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I mean, that advice alone, Saggy, I'll get a couple more, is basically know your worth. And you might be very excited from how you feel about them to hear from this person if they come in out of the blue. But bear in mind that you are worth more than, you know, someone coming in, hedging their bets, wanting to just make sure that no one else gets you, kind of make sure that with that Ace of Pentacles, that if they are coming towards you, it's only, you know, come to me, right, or don't come to me at all. And you might be like, well, you can come to me and I'll talk to you like a friend, fine, but nothing's going to happen until you make me that offer that I've been waiting for. Well, yeah, Four of Swords, again, flying out of the deck. This person needs time to heal, to, yeah, and Page of Cups, and guess what is at the bottom of the deck? The Ace of Pentacles. So, yes, they may well, you know, make you feel over the next month, let's just say, that they do actually care about you. They may have apologies that they need to make to you for how they've treated you in the past. But they also have healing to do. And until they've done that, you might just be getting a page. And until you get the Ace of Pentacles from this person, don't, you know, hold out, if you like, for that. Don't lower your expectations because this person comes in with a little, the tiniest sign that they do actually care about you. Because I feel from how you feel about them that you've got a lot of emotion and you're super passionate about them. And it could be exciting that they suddenly appear out of nowhere, but stick to the fact of knowing your worth and having good, healthy boundaries. And if this person does need more time to come to you correct, then that they'll just have to see if you're available when they are actually ready. So that's what I've got for you, Saggy. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your time and for watching and for all your support. Please do hit the like button for me and share if you want, and subscribe to the channel, comment, let me know if it resonated. I really appreciate it so much. Thank you. I wish you all my best. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.